Okay, we'll just get started. Ollie, that was a very impressive day's work. Played 1-2, and it's between you and Robert now for the group winner. Just take us through the day, really.
Yeah, it seems a long time ago this morning. Played a lot. Perfect start. To get to win 2 matches on the first day is obviously everything I wanted to do today. To beat Sergio this morning in Spain was a really good scalp for me. Very pleased with that. And then this afternoon was a real tough one against Martin. I was delighted with this afternoon. I played a bit better this afternoon, or at least putted a little better, and played good on the back nine. I kept a lot of pressure on him and made a few birdies, which helped.
It was interesting, the two of you at the last, not sure whether once you'd made 4 what was going to happen next, but every hole's so important at this stage.
It really is. I hadn't even thought about it. All I was concentrating on was holding my foot at about 4 foot of a birdie, which won me the match. And I was about to pick Martin's ball up. He had practically 4 feet as well, with a little bit left to right, so it was not an easy putt. And Rich McCaddy just said, hang on a minute, because if we thought that Robert had won in front, which meant I think it's getting very complicated. But I think if we'd have halved tomorrow, he'd have gone through on holes. So it was a 4 foot putt, and I'm really glad he made it because I felt awful. But I think everyone up on the crowd was wondering what was going on and probably calling me all kinds of names. But it's so important, and with the format, it's a great format. Keeps it exciting, but it throws up funny circumstances like that on the last. So obviously I was pleased with that he held it, so it all worked out okay. But it's interesting.
Yeah, Mark, please.
I didn't see it. So how close were you? Were you bending over to pick it up?
I knocked mine in. I was picking my ball out of the hole, and I actually wasn't going to pick it up. I was just going to take my hat off, shake his hand, and then we had to kind of process. Yeah, I think I was sort of off, and the hat was off. So, and then all kinds of scenarios were being thrown at me, and all I knew is I'd just won, so I didn't really care at that stage. I was happy to be off the course, and then it was an important putt. It could make all the difference. So I guess not now. I don't know, I'm not quite sure, but I don't think it matters now because they halved. So if I half with Rob tomorrow, I go through. But at the time, we thought Rob had won. So there's a lot to think about.
I mean, a lot of people have talked about this event when it was at Wentworth. What were your earliest recollections? Were you an avid watcher of this tournament?
Yeah, definitely. All I remember is I just seem to remember Ernie Els winning every year.
True.
Yeah.
7 times.
It was always one of those events that seemed so far away. Even I turned pro, and it was like the elite sort of tournament. The top guys in the world, and you get onto the European tour, and it still seems so far away. You've got to play well to get into this. It's a special event, and I'm obviously ecstatic to be here. You look down the winners list, and it's special. There's some incredible players. Some of the best players in the world that have ever played the game. So it is an incredible tournament, and I just remember watching it around Wentworth and seeing the guys slog it around for 36 holes in cold, wet weather. But it did look fun, and I always wanted to be part of it. So it's nice to be here.
Robert, please, in the middle.
Can I ask what your overall thoughts on today, the course, the interaction with the fans, how it felt overall?
It's great. I think first of all, the course is good. It's. I have to say I was a bit surprised. I'd heard a few things about it that it said it was in fabulous condition, which it really is. It's incredible. But I think people are classing the walks between the holes as the course, and it's not. The actual holes are really good. It's tough. It's long. It gives you a bit of everything. There's drivable par 4s. There's water. There's 5 par 5s. It's tough. It's good fun. The walks in between are tough. That's not much fun. But all in all, it's a very good venue, and the crowds have been good. This morning it was good fun playing with Sergio because there was a big crowd, a lot of atmosphere, and they were great as well. They clapped for both of us. Obviously they were willing Sergio on, but
it's a big scalp though, isn't it? In his own country.
Yeah, it is. It's. I always, whenever I'm playing with Sergio, I always have to think back to amateur days because I played a lot with him, and I beat him then. So I always try and draw on something. I think it was 1-1 actually. So I have to think back to those times and think, well, you know, I've beat him. He's an incredible player. I don't know where he's in the world right now, but he's been in the top 5, top 10 in the world for years. You know, since I was an amateur. He went off and turned pro and went straight up there, and I was chopping it around some amateurs in tournaments. So it was a big scalp. You know, I'm just delighted with it.
Mark?
Was there a point yesterday where you were seriously concerned whether you'd be able to play?
When it first happened, you know, I mean, historically, whenever it's gone, when my neck's gone, I've been done. You know, it happened at the Players Wednesday morning, and I had probably 36 to 40 hours before I teed off the next day, and I tried to hit balls on the range and I had no chance. And you know, I've probably pulled out of at least 1, maybe 2 tournaments every year I've been on tour due to my neck. So we are getting to the bottom of it, but you know, it's like I say, I pulled out the Players, and then it happens this week. You know, one of the biggest tournaments of the year. So I was not very happy, and I was just hoping. I was very nervous, to be honest, all day yesterday, because even though I had physio in the morning, I just get so conscious of it and very cautious and trying not to do anything wrong. And I didn't sleep very well last night, trying to just stay in the right position and not, you know, not sleep in an awkward position, because that would have set it off. So I figured I'd be able to, at least with my physio here, I figured I'd be able to at least tee off and play. Maybe just swinging it sort of 3/4 and try and get it to loosen up and get it around the first round, and then maybe see it. Hopefully,
how bad was it? Were there twinges?
There wasn't really many twinges out there today. Towards the end of the first round, it was tightening up, and I hit a few bad shots. I'm not able to turn behind it quite as well as normal. It just restricts when I do that. So there's a couple of times when it certainly didn't help a few shots, but all in all, overall, it was pretty good today. Bit more physio this afternoon or this evening, and fingers crossed it'll be gone.
Yep.
Yeah, and a bit of rest.
Have you ever played alongside Robert before?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I can't remember if I played with him. I might have played a practice round with him at the US Open, my first US Open, but I can't remember that. I've never played tournament golf with him.
Okay, well played today.
Thank you.
Yes, Rob, tomorrow. Thank you very much, Robbie. Cheers.